Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button and turn your notifications so you are notified each time I upload. And please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for all the support and love you all shower me here with. I am truly grateful, and you are super sweet. Thank you so much. So today we'll be talking something very important that happened in Michigan, and it's actually about a black young boy. 14 years, who actually went to trash something outside. I mean, the father was cooking and he went out to trash, like to put out trash, right? Only to be arrested by the cops. And he was asking, what did I do wrong? I mean, what did he do wrong? He fits the description. That was why he got arrested, right? And they could not give the father access to him. The father couldn't say anything. You know how you just like come out to do something and that was just it. At this point in time, you are confused. You don't know what is going on. You did not, when you did not do anything. But because you are a black person and then you fit the description they have, it is just horrible how till this very moment, black community is over policed by them, because I don't see how about 5 to 6 cars straight up came all around, and there were so many cops. They handcuffed the child, put him in the car. The father could not do anything. The father could not talk to the child. I mean, you know that moment when you are watching your child, like, being whisked away and you could not do anything. And the young man did not do anything wrong. Some people are going to come in my comment section or come to my email to say, it's not about race. I don't see color. You see color. You are just a liar. And I want to tell you that everything is actually about race. Black people, black kids get to grow up so quick because of all this. I am rolling this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. I absolutely want to read your comments. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. So straight up.
Straight facts, no chaser. Please go and watch this video. I'm pretty sure you watched it already. Probably seen it a few times. But I want to add something to this. This story is not new. See, that was like a 14-year-old kid. That happened to me around the same time in my life. I was riding a bike. I just came up on some kind of incident, didn't know what was going on. Looked at it. I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. What's going on over here? All these police officers. It was on my way home. I was literally a block or so away from home. I looked at it for a second and started to take off. I'm like, man, this is crazy. The police officer said to me, stop right there. I'm like, okay. Then he told me to get off my bike. I'm like, for what? I'm going home. Then he asked me for ID. I'm like, dude, I'm like 14 years old, 15 years old. I don't have ID. I don't have a car. I don't drive. Our state did not require us to have a personal ID on us. We had them from school and stuff like that, but that's it. I said, well, I live right down the block here. I can go get it and bring it back for you. No, get off the bike. I got off the bike. This man proceeds to throw me up against the police car. Put handcuffs on me. Doesn't ask me where my parents are or nothing. Told me that I was going to be arrested for something that happened, and I still don't know to this day what happened. I'm like, what did I do? Quit talking back. Threw me in the back of the vehicle, was about to take me to juvenile, and threw me in the car. My mom finally gets noticed, and she comes and she sees that her baby, I'm the baby of the family, is in the back of a police vehicle, arrested with his bike on the ground. Not knowing what was going on, she's asking, screaming, what's going on, crying with my baby. Why y'all arresting him? Police officers don't tell her shit. Just pick him up at the police station. What he said, pick him up at the police station. She's like, he's only like 14, 15 years old. Why would he go to the police station? Well, then pick him up at juvie. They take me. Now, I lived in the suburbs at that point. These police officers drove me into the hood, gang-infested hood, and dropped me off there. Did not tell my mom where I was at. So my mom was at every juvie within the city of where I was living at, in the suburbs, in the police departments and everything, not knowing where her baby was at. These officers were never charged with anything. I was put on some kind of crazy probation for not doing wrong, or if you don't do anything wrong, or you have to come back to juvie or whatever. And I'm like, I never did anything wrong. And the lady who was like the social worker, who the head person, was a black woman. These other two guys, officers, were white. She didn't believe a word I said. And I was like, dude, I'm a straight A student. I was on my bike. I don't know what the fuck happened. Still don't know what the hell happened. You probably did it. I probably did what? Don't act stupid. That's the type of shit that happened to me. I was violated by two police officers, white police officers. Told me I was a liar, basically, by a black, whatever she was, social worker. And was let go. And said, don't do anything else to make you get back here. I didn't do anything to get here. So I know what this young man was feeling in that police car. I know his fear. At least his dad was there, but his dad was helpless. Which makes you see your parent in a weak position. Which makes you believe that there's nothing that mom and dad can do when it comes to this type of power. So you're afraid of police officers. You may have a strong hate for them for doing something like this. And they know your face and they don't mess around with you. They can mess with you again. This may not be the first time or the last time for this child. There's a lot at play here. And all of it is wrong. Those police officers deserve to be admonished for what they did. Talking about somebody matched the description is just a white way of saying we can pull you over anytime we want because we can make up a description. Please, we would like to see that description of that black person that you was looking for. Because you said he matched it like 100%. 100% match. So funny how a black child is somehow the match for somebody that we don't know who the fuck it is. Post what that child or human being that you was looking for looked like. I guarantee you it doesn't look anything like him. He's just black. I speak facts. Straight facts. No chaser. For you racist ass cops out there, fuck your feelings.
What's up, TikTok? Y'all seen this? Hold on, let me pitch myself down to a little guy. This young king right here, minding his business, no record, no felonies, no interactions with the police ever. Taking his trash out. Pops was cooking. He said, boy, can you take the trash out? He's walking, taking the trash out. Cops show up. They jump out their car. They snatch him up, throw him in cuffs. And as you can see here, they just throw him in the back of the police car. Why did they do this? Because he fit the description. See, this is what they do to our kids. Like they say, white people treat our kids as adults. They see our kids as adults. They saw this black man taking the trash out, and they just figured, let's stop him because he probably got a gun, drugs, a warrant. Let's just stop and harass him and see what we can find so we can make a quick arrest of a random black person, because we over-police their neighborhoods, so we have to stop and harass everybody in their neighborhoods, because this is what they do. And as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's one off camera, and then there's one sitting in this car right here. 6 cops. It was like 5 cars, 6 cops, 7 cars, I believe, that showed up for a little youngster taking out the trash. because they over-police our neighborhoods and they harass us on a daily because they love to harass black bodies. I mean, damn. There's a police car right here, a police car right there, a police car over there. There's 2 police cars over there. And that's his father right there talking to the officer wondering, why the hell are y'all messing with my son taking out the trash? He flipped out. And as you can see right here, he got his arms up, just wondering why? It's like he told them, he ain't did nothing. Y'all just wanted to harass a black man, a black kid, my kid. He ain't done nothing to nobody. This is what y'all always say. They look suspicious, or they fit the description. This is the bull tactic that they use to harass us, to check for warrants, to check for drugs, to check for guns. It's bullshit. And here they go, trying to talk to the dad and explain themselves as to why they pulled him over and all these cops showed up. Because he fit the description. Man, you racist ass cops. Ridiculous.
Y'all ever been arrested for taking out the trash? Apparently that's what happens when you are a black teenager and you're taking out your trash. You get arrested by Lansing, Michigan police.
He was taking out his trash, yo.
Never mind that this is a teenager, a literal child, who is not only being arrested but questioned by police officers with no lawyer and no parent present. I know when we talk about the adultification of black children, but this is an example. You shouldn't be able to police in a community where you don't realize that you're looking or talking to a teenager, a child. This is a reminder that that child was doing what a lot of children do, help their parents and take out the trash. And can we talk about how many officers showed up for this child who was simply taking out his trash? Now, we haven't heard any statements from the Lansing police officers just yet, but honestly, what are you going to say? What justification is there for arresting a literal child for taking out the trash, for not having his legal representation present? I'll give you a hint. There is none.
Okay, let's think about this logically for a minute. The people recording what happened in Lansing, Michigan, did exactly what they needed to do, which is film the police and their harassment of that young boy and denying access to his father. Had they not recorded, we would not know what happened. And of course, the narrative could have been spun, because that is typically what happens with the police. But to say that they didn't do anything or step up to a bunch of state-sanctioned people who were armed, that's not the route you want to go. Now, just so you know, people don't all have the same privilege across racial lines. Not everybody can get up in the police face and live to tell the story. Everybody ain't got the complexion for protection. A lot of times we can say what we would have done had we been in that situation, but for black people, the main outcome is to stay alive. And that is what was happening. Now, I have said it before. When you are interacting with police, when you are interacting with racist people, keep recording, because most of the time they will lie to say that it did not happen the way that it did. And I think those people who are recording what happened in Lansing, Michigan to that child did exactly what they needed to do.
I mean, this is really very scary. I'm not going to lie to you. And why did they arrest him? Because he fits the description. Which description exactly? Just being a young black boy. And somebody's going to tell me that there is no white privilege and all that. I mean, how many times do you see white people do things like this? The cops do things like this to white kids. You rarely see things like this. But police black community as a whole is being over-policed. And it's like, sometimes I am like, this, like 14 years, they should not even be talking to that boy without his parents being around. And the father actually came out to ask what was going on. They refused to give him access to the child and all. He couldn't have access to the child. He couldn't speak. He couldn't say anything. I mean, just because somebody stepped out from his own house to put something in the trash can, right? And that was just the end of it. That was just the end of it. He was arrested, handcuffed. And I just don't know what was going through that little boy's mind, what was going through, his head and the rest of it. And then the trauma that will follow suit is just something I really don't want to imagine or think of. But then I keep saying it, and then people are going to go, everything is not about race, everything is not about this. It is. It is. Because I don't see a reason why you are just going to handcuff a child. As a black child, you can't even come out on the street and play like a normal child, because black kids grow so fast, and that is what they make black kids grow so fast. And it's just crazy how they see a child and they don't know who is a child and who is an adult. They actually know, but they just don't want to understand. And this is really very sick. For how long is this going to continue to happen? For how long? And then some people are going to come and tell me that when cops approach you, just talk to them, listen to them, blah, 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 blah. Maybe they were resisting arrest, all those bullshit they come out online to say. And I keep telling them, I hope one day you get to experience what black people are passing through. And there is actually a video I saw where a white woman was being chased by a cop. If the white woman, she was supposed to get a ticket, but the policeman was like, if I chase you and catch you, I am going to give you a ticket. But if I don't, the ticket is all gone. And they ran, and the woman won it. The man could not catch her. And that was how she did not get ticket. But then a black man is being shot or handcuffed or unleashed dogs on just because he or she is black. This is where I am going to draw the curtain. Thank you so much for the support. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.